Hey, thanks for joining me. Hope you're doing well. The ancient Egyptian symbol, the Ankh, has many meanings and interpretations, but we are going to examine one of its most important meanings, the hole at the center of our plane, where, when we pass through, we achieve everlasting life. The Ankh has been known as the breath of life and the key of life. It's said to mean future life and life after death. Furthermore, the Ankh symbolized the spring from which flowed the elixir of immortality. Therefore, to hold the Ankh, to understand it, was to drink from that spring. The Ankh is an early representation of the Tree of Life. I won't get into the Kabbalah meaning of the Tree of Life, that's for another video. But there was an actual Tree of Life that used to stand at the center of our plane, hence why it's always been depicted at the center of everything throughout the ages. The Tree of Life extended throughout our flat plane, and the remnants of this organism are now known as mountains and plateaus. The fleur de lis, found originally in ancient Egyptian art, represents the Tree of Life. The fleur de lis is found all throughout architecture, and it's literally everywhere. It's even on the carpet in my living room. The Ankh is often shown with a fleur de lis at the bottom. The Ankh is incredibly similar to the female gender sign. This is not a coincidence. There's been an attempt to cut off our connection with the divine feminine. You could call this force nature, Mother Earth, Gaia, the divine mother, whatever. The occult symbol of squaring the circle is showing this. The divine feminine, the circle, has been squared or covered up with masculine principles. The moon's square wave projections and all of this low frequency activity that's going on is aiding in all of this. Now is the age that we must circle the square. Many symbols we're given must actually be turned upside down to see their true meaning. When we turn the Ankh or female sign and place it at the center of our plane, we see a canal going into a hole. The opening in the Ankh is known as the canal of birth and life, the Vaginal Vortex. Upon entering the center of our plane towards the source of this great feminine energy, we're birthed out of this world and into our true home, back into our original bodies. We achieve a type of immortality. A symbol of the goddess Isis is the Tayet, also called the girdle of Isis. The Tayet represents eternal life and is very similar to the Ankh. The Tayet infuses the concept of immortality with the concept of the knots, which tie down mortal life on earth. Allegorically, these knots must be unraveled to enjoy immortality. Free your bonds, says the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Untie the knots of Nephthys. Shining are those who carry the girdle. Among many things, Isis is the goddess of healing. It's said that the love from Isis encompassed every living creature. She was birthed from Geb, god of the earth. Egyptian mythology is complex, but we can derive that Isis is the healing energy, the feminine energy pouring out from the earth. The terrorist group ISIS is a creation of our intelligence agencies in order to further agendas of tyranny and to instill the crippling emotion of fear within us. The name ISIS is not a mistake. This is a backhanded title telling us that this group is waging war on the divine feminine. Many depictions of the Tayet show a dung beetle at the bottom. Again, for many symbols, we must turn them upside down to reveal their true meaning. On this Tayet emblem, beneath the dung beetle exists the black sun. The black sun, for those who don't know, is at the opposing end of our white sun, through the center of our flat plane. The diverging lines at the bottom show an opening. The loop is circling where our destination is, and this is akin to the Ankh's birth canal. On this Ankh, we see the dung beetle residing near light from a black sun. On the other end is the white sun. On this Ankh figure, flipped over, we also see an opening, and there's a line leading down. The leaf at the bottom most likely represents the roots from the Tree of Life that sprouted from the center hole. And the human is upside down, telling us we must go down to come up. I'll mention that mirrors were often shaped into an Ankh, symbolizing a view into another world. Currently, we live on a flat plane that is full of confines and deception. When we die, we are simply recycled back into another body prison. Don't get me wrong, our bodies do have amazing abilities, but at the core they are imprisoning our souls. Our DNA looks like a cage, our bodies are made of cells, our heart is where our soul resides behind a rib cage, and our chakras and kundalini are energetic centers that can be manipulated by archonic forces. We used to reside beneath our feet, and were somehow taken, manipulated into coming here, fell here, or were just curious and wanted to see what would happen. Either way, we're currently stuck, but we can come back into full awareness of who we are and realize there is a way out. It's not simply about entering this hole, though. If we have malintent, we will not be able to enter. I'll explain more in a future video. Let's get back to our hearts and start living with genuine love and gratitude for everything around us. Our intent powers everything. Let's let the mantra, "I intend to create heaven on earth," fill every aspect of our life. Water has been shown to create beautiful geometric shapes when love is projected towards it, and the opposite when hate is. This means everything around us vibrates according to our intent. We can charge our water, our food, our air, everything with feelings of gratitude. This further charges our being. I'm going to stop there. Thank you all for watching. Please take care of yourselves. I love you all.